You've arrived at Planet. Who doesn't have a podcast?
Welcome back to Who Doesn't Have a podcast that feels as though it's been zapped back to the wilderness years by a weeping angel this week, as the silence about all things Doctor Who is absolutely deafening. Still, joining me to squeeze as much life out of the Whoniverse as possible, he's the Stardis to my TARDIS, the Viberman to my Cyberman, the Rad Wolf to my Bad Wolf. It's Jerome Dowling.
Do you know what? I feel deeply flattered by that introduction because I thought that was going to Dan. It's lovely to be back, Whoniverse. Also, I want to apologise right now because I've got a new spinny chair, so I will be doing my impersonation of Davros throughout this podcast recording.
A lot of spinning from Jerome. All right, Dan, get ready.
Oh, here we go.
He's the Studoon to my Judoon, the Sassalon to my Rassalon, the Absorber Moth to the Absorbaloff. It's Dan Moth.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's all I've got. Over to you, boys.
Oh, okay. Hello, podcast.
Hi, podcast. So for latest for Doctor Who news, and it's been a great podcast episode, so tune in again next week.
I just asked, why has it gone so unnervingly quiet? Because normally there'd just be some bit of news floating around. This is unbelievably quiet.
Let's see. Let's all Google Doctor Who and see what oh, my Google just turned on.
Oh,
Mike's off.
Chill. Let's all Google Doctor Who and see what. Okay, this happened yesterday.
Yeah, go on.
So Billie Piper was speaking at a convention, and she said that the regeneration scene was incredibly last minute.
Spoiler alert.
That's a surprise.
Spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't watched it. So I guess we kind of knew that, didn't we? Because it looks a little bit weird, and it does feel a bit tacked on, and it feels a bit like stunt casting. But it's crazy that she's now confirmed that. But to me, that just says that doesn't really speak towards that there's a plan. So who knows when the next series is coming out?
I mean, that basically confirms that. Well, it doesn't confirm that a regeneration wasn't going to happen, but it confirms that there was a last-minute element to it, in the sense that either something had to change. So either the regeneration was different, or maybe it was into a different. Because if the original regeneration was still into Billie, there wouldn't really be any need to change it, would there? Would there? I don't know. Like if it was always going to be her, there would be no need to change it, would there? Or a case, because I think, Mike, you've spoken before, haven't you, where it was never meant to happen, or it was meant to end. There was a different ending planned for series 2, and that a regeneration was never meant to happen. What do you think?
I think it's that. Do you remember a couple of months back we heard about these reshoots for the series? Dan, we were discussing it loads.
Yeah.
There was loads of like production leaks that like Doctor Who, the team had got back together to do some reshoots. I think what must have happened is Shootigatwa decided he was going to leave because of some sort of background stuff going on with the Disney stuff. So he decided that he was going to leave where it was so obvious that he was being teed up for another series. And that's when they probably filmed the Billie Piper thing. So the Doctor Who team probably reached out to her to say, let's do this, it'll be really good. But I think what's happened is there are probably scripts for how that's going to get resolved, but there's absolutely no plans in place. And it was a real last minute rejig, I think, quite obviously. Dan, any thoughts on that?
No, I think the same thing. I think it was obviously going on for quite a few months before it was broadcast. So I wonder if it maybe wasn't the first reshoot idea. Maybe they had an alternate plan in place and then that got scrapped. And then to bring Billie Piper out last minute is a bit of a ballsy move. But I think this is the thing. I think because it's thrown such a curveball in the Doctor Who folklore now they've kind of put themselves into an even bigger tangled mess to kind of pull themselves out of. So maybe that's making it hard to push the show forwards, because now it's going, how do you explain this? Where does it go next? But no, I don't know. It was a big, they obviously wanted a big cliffhanger of an ending. We got one. But where it goes now, I think it's going to leave a lot to the it literally leave lots to the imagination. There's no news. There's nothing there.
I've got a question for you, which popped into my head about 20 seconds ago. No, I mean I've always had this for the podcast episode. If Disney do pull the plug and say the Beeb take it back by themselves, standalone, or let's say it goes to a different provider such as Amazon or whoever, do you think Russell walks?
It's a good one, because since it came back, it's not been as well received by and large as his previous tenure as the showrunner. I don't know. That's the really good question. And the thing is, as well, you look like, obviously we've gone through this like a broken record, but you think like a lot of the Badwell studios have been sold off, a lot of the production companies moved elsewhere.
Yeah.
So there is a chance that maybe he hasn't got the same hope that he may come back, or maybe this kind of style that he's gone with this time around maybe hasn't landed in the way that it has done. And if a show's going to come back, you're going to bring back the most notable showrunner in its history, recent history, and it maybe kind of, for the most part, lands a bit flat on its face. They're going to maybe try and switch it up with something new. But the question is then, who do you bring back? Another previous showrunner? Do you try someone completely new? I think it just depends on, like you said, like if the Beeb take it back, they probably would stick with Russell, because again, he's got that relationship in the past. I don't know. I mean, the only one thing I can think of would be like the Bond films, because that's the whole Bond franchise now could take a completely different direction. Now it's under Amazon's ownership. The Broccolis have kind of parted ways with it, so I don't know. It leaves a lot to be desired, but I think on the one hand, it could provide more opportunity. On the flip side, it's kind of unknown territory now, because this is very different to what we've seen before. And will it land? Don't know.
What do you think?
I think that it's a world away from what we expected 2 years ago. Like when we started this podcast, there was so much excitement about it. And now I feel like we're not this podcast.
And now...
But now
it's just a funeral.
Do you know what I mean by that? Do you know what I mean by that, though? Like when we started it, it was like Russell T Davies is coming back. Obviously, they announced that they were doing the 60th anniversary of David Tennant. So
we both come in black. I've just noticed this. We must be something in the air. No, sorry, go on.
Do you know what I mean, though? It's like, it was really exciting. Like, I was really excited to get back into my, like, favourite show of all time again. And now I feel like, I don't want to say it, because, like, there's so many episodes from the past two series that I've really, really, really liked. But I'm like, I just don't think the conversation's there. Like, I just don't see it. Like, I'm like, it just feels like we're a podcast that's, like, kind of like, it's like we're just talking about something that no one else is watching now, which I find like really, really weird, actually.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, yeah, I only asked the question because I know Frankie, who was on last week, we've talked about like Russell and things kind of separately, and kind of the direction, or, like you say, the sort of the response of how this was going to be taken off. Because I don't know if I don't think it's been a failure necessarily, because you can argue, in terms of the 60th specials, in terms of bringing David back, in terms of like actual excitement and hype, no matter how they were eventually received, like at the time, the build up and the feeling around the show was massive.
People still give a shit about Doctor Who. Look at our comments.
Yeah,
people like really give a shit about Doctor Who, but it's not captured the public conversation again, like as a story, has it? Definitely not to the same level as the first Russell T Davies era.
Because I think you've got to go after the younger fans as well, because like if Doctor Who's been a show that's been running for 60 years, if you've decided never to watch Doctor Who in that time, what's going to make you change your opinion now? Like you've got to go after a new core of fans in terms of if you're trying to widen or broaden the appeal. It's just interesting because I just think like if it was to change, because obviously it felt like there was a very strong direction and a very strong kind of tale for like not just Shooty and his arc, but the show as like a formula with all of the the war between the land and the sea, like the all of the different spin-offs and different stories that would be coming and focuses on different characters. Like it felt like they were really going in a particular direction. And I'm just wondering, like, if that changes, and say, like, Dan, you referenced the Broccolis and Bond, for instance, like, you know, under different management, they go, scrap that noise, we want this, or we want very much the old formula. We want to go back to like Daleks and Cybermen being like top villains, and we want other things. Or maybe it goes, you know, Amazon just go, no, we're fully going in the realm of fantasy. Like we're doing what Disney did, and we're going to continue on that trend. I wonder whether if the creative control was shifted because of the new management, whether Russell would go, do you know what? I had a vision and I had my ideas for where it should go. I'm going to give you the keys. I'll let you like take that on, but it's not for me to. It's not.
I think. Whereas my slightly different view on that is, I think that Doctor Who is going to get picked up by a streamer, another streamer, and Russell T Davies is going to stay on board, and it's going to be a continuous story. But it's all just going to feel a little bit disjointed, especially with the war between the land and the sea coming out on Disney, where like Doctor Who, the actual flagship show, is elsewhere. I think it's going to be like a weird thing going on. And just before we throw to you again, Dan, I think that this gap with Disney not picking it up, because it seems to be all in Disney's court, this gap and this silence has been really damaging for it, because we're not going to see another flagship Doctor Who series now until 2027 at the earliest. That's like the biggest gap we've had since 2005, right? So
yeah.
Just before Dan comes in, I just wanted to mention something.
We hate you, Dan.
We hate you, Dan.
I miss you too.
No, it just on the trend, because I'll throw this out to you, Dan, because I want to see what
Thanks.
The
Does we help?
no, I was just gonna say, like, with that in mind, Mike, do you think that the Billie
sounds a lot like it sounds like you're asking me a question again. So I'll take this one, Dan.
Right.
Hey Dan, I'll take it.
I've got. It's all right. Let's double back. We can cut all that. I'll make it clear. Viewers, do you think that Billie Piper was like the last wild card pull to basically get Disney to renew? Do you think Billie Piper out of the hat was then basically going, like, we need the Disney money, here's Billie Piper, like, we've just got to throw something at it? Dan?
Yes.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
No, I've just got this fun feeling that maybe they tried desperately to call him, but David Tennant was on holiday, or just went, you know, I'm good. I'm good for this one. I'm all right. I don't know. I get they wanted to shoehorn the anniversary in, but I just feel that finale. I know we've covered it a million times, but that finale was just a bit all over the place. It had so many big ideas, and it didn't really properly deliver in the way we would have wanted to. I don't know. I feel like maybe this, since it came back on Disney, it's kind of played upon yesteryear. It's kind of had, like, you know, here's David Tennant back, we've got Russell T Davies back. It's really tried to hone in on what's the word? The nostalgia, if you like, of old Who, or of our Who. And I don't think it's. I think in part it's good for us as existing fans, because you go, hey, we're seeing them again. But I think for like maybe newer fans that maybe weren't part of that era, for maybe like older fans, they're maybe just not gelling with it in the way that we do. So it's kind of like they're really kind of conforming to a niche audience that did stick around. But it's maybe not landing the way they wanted it to. And I don't know, because again, you had Mark Gatiss come out not too long ago, and he was saying that maybe this is kind of the well-deserved rest that the show needs, and I wouldn't be against it taking a bit of a breather. I think just so it, I don't know, maybe has that chance to become missed again. I know I've mentioned that in the past, but I think, like, because it's been such an onslaught in the last couple of years of new Who's and like new writers and new stories, and maybe it just needs that bit of breathing room. We've got one spin-off. We might, you know, the interesting thing, like you said, Mike, would be if a new broadcaster took it on, would we expand the Whoniverse even more? Would it have like legal restrictions because it was tied in with Disney? You have no idea. I would love to see the idea though of playing out the Whoniverse a bit more. So if you leave the Doctor for a little while, you have the war between the land and the sea. Maybe you have something more adult. I mean, this series looks like it's going to be more sort of tortured adult thing anyway, but maybe just having a few spin-offs so that by the time it does come back, there's a bit more folklore that the show can kind of dip in and out of. And I think that's what the original Russell T Davies series did really well. But I think for now, I think a rest is what it needs.
You know,
I think of the last two seasons, I think there were more for me. There were more weaker episodes than strong ones, because it really highlighted how strong Who could be. But I just didn't think it had the consistency that it once did. But like you said again, Jerome, maybe we're too old for it. Maybe we're the wrong generation it's appealing to, and we're kind of like leaning into that nostalgia.
can I just quickly say, I think a really interesting outcome in the next few months is if the war between the land and the sea comes out and it's really good, gets reviewed really well, and loads of people watch it. So it's almost like, do you think Disney could be saving any news until after they see how that performs to renew the flagship show? But then when's that coming out? Like, how long is this mini hiatus going to be? But that would be interesting, right? If they decide to drop Doctor Who, they release the spin-off. The spin-off does really well. I don't know if you were you on the podcast, Jerome, when I was talking about how they've released the trailer for the war between the land and the sea, hot off the heels of the reality war airing, and the Disney version, like on social media, doesn't make reference to Doctor Who at all. There's no Doctor Who logos anywhere. There's no... If you just watch that trailer fresh and you don't know those characters, I don't think there's anything in there that makes you go, this is related to Doctor Who. So that's interesting, isn't it? If that comes out and does really well, I think that's just interesting.
Or could you flip it on its head and say, because maybe they've washed their hands with the show, they want to distance this as far from that as possible,
and still release it.
It's already made. They've already thrown money at it. You might as well just put it out now. I don't know. I feel like a bit of a dick as a Doctor Who fan, because we're just kind of like conspiracing all this stuff.
But that's because they're so silent, isn't it? That's because and
I feel like, you know, you're just trying to look at. I think that's the shame ultimately, is the fact that we still love the show. It still has mass appeal. It can still be a brilliant show. I just think in the last few years, there's been just a couple of interesting decisions where it's just not played out as it should have done. And I think with Shooty leaving, with, you know, Billie Piper being back, it's just confusing. I just feel confused by it all. I don't know what to make of it, in all honesty.
I think what's like good though, because I mean, regardless of who's like, you know, sharing it on their platform, at the end of the day, like the war between the land and the sea is not going to be. It's not Doctor Who. Like it comes from the world of Doctor Who, but it's not Doctor Who. And I think it's like totally fine to like make it its own kind of thing, because Doctor Who is very, very quirky. It always has been. Like, the whole concept is where I think you can be a bit more, you know, fantasy and sci-fi driven without having to kind of respect the rules of the lore so much. And I think like ultimately, if it does well, that's great for the flagship show, because even if it doesn't end up being with Disney, like people will kind of, you know, I think we live in an age where shows are just expanding on lore and people want to explore all of those pockets. So I think that will be good for the show. If it doesn't do well, I don't think it really matters, in all honesty, because it will just kind of exist as its own thing, and Doctor Who will still carry on being Doctor Who. And I mean, obviously, it will depend as well on like the cameos and things they put, if there's any little treats in the new series, like maybe former Doctors returning or different companions or whatever. Like maybe that will kind of see where it lands on like the ratio in terms of how heavily it's leaning into Doctor Who. But if 10 people watch it, or like 10,000 in like the first streaming session, I don't really think the effect is going to be too huge on the flagship show. I just don't think it's going to make much of a difference. I think what would have been, I think the problem, like you say, is the silence, is the amount of time without consistent communication, because it feels like I think the thing that's in danger isn't so much Doctor Who, it's the Whoniverse. I think the Whoniverse is the thing that's really at risk, because in terms of it being scattered and fragmented, yeah, that could be really sort of damaging for it. But in terms of like the future of Doctor Who, I don't think it's going to have any bearing on it really whatsoever.
Doctor Who will get renewed. Like the BBC are never going to drop Doctor Who. It's just who they partner with, because I don't think they'll just make it purely by themselves anymore.
No.
Who's got an appetite to partner with Doctor Who? So apparently Doctor Who does very well worldwide, like with BBC worldwide distribution. Apparently, like it's one of their top earning shows. So I do think there's an appetite for it. I think we might eat our words in the next couple of months, but obviously not with Disney. Like the silence from Disney has been deafening. But the war between the land and the sea, I'm interested in it as a story. I like spin-offs of Doctor Who. I think it's going to be really good. But I am interested to see how it performs as well.
And like I said as well, it's very, very little information has been released on that either. So they're keeping that incredibly vague as well. So I don't really know what to expect.
The trailer's
and that's
cool.
exciting within itself. So yeah, I think
it does seem to be an interesting thing though, because even like there are returning actors in the in the new series, like Russell Tovey and people who featured in Doctor Who before, and like Billie Piper's obviously back, and other actors, and then they had that whole thing at the end of the first series with the companions doing that kind of like group therapy circle in terms of like, life after the Doctor. It does seem to be something they've really pushed in recent years, is kind of the returning aspect of it, and that would suggest to me that they're looking at kind of, it was this whole build of like a universe of kind of appealing to sort of generational fans across the board, of like going, I know maybe you don't like the direction new Doctor Who's going in, but look, Mel's back, or look, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart's daughter of Brigadier. Like it seems to be this kind of, and maybe it's just been too much in the current process, or the way that like Disney have gone about it with them. Maybe it just needed more, I don't know, kind of slow building. I mean, it's been pretty slow all in all because of the distribution, but I don't know, maybe it needed a slightly different approach. But we'll see. Like you say, maybe in a couple of months they'll surprise all of us, and maybe this silence will actually be because they've been getting everything together behind the scenes and really working out an efficient game plan, which that might be what's happening. And it's just that all the fans are going, they're not saying anything, and we're all panicking because it's like we don't know what the next step is, but maybe they've got it all worked out.
I've just found something else as well. Now, again, feel free to shoot this down, but this came out about 3 weeks ago. We must have missed this, but apparently it's believed that Bad Wolf have officially given the BBC, this was 3 weeks ago, 8 weeks to make a decision on Doctor Who. The reason for this, allegedly, is the interior of the TARDIS. The TARDIS has remained standing in Bad Wolf Studios since filming for the 60th anniversary began in 2022. It's too complex to dismantle and rebuild. However, it is now taking up studio space that could be used for other productions, and Bad Wolf sees this as a loss for the company. They're now pushing the BBC to make a decision on whether they will continue producing the longest running sci-fi show in history, or whether it will be rewarded with a new studio as part of ongoing discussions with streaming production companies. Hopefully this means we should have a further and more definite insight into the future of Who within the next 2 months. And there's a little asterisk with that. Apparently this is someone, allegedly, a friend of a friend, who was going to post this as part of an article for a well-known online news site. However, the editor was asked to drop the piece last minute by the BBC.
That sounds like the kind of thing that is like it sounds quite official and quite true, but I imagine it's pure bullshit.
Again,
where's
got
that
no
from?
news.
Where's that from? X.
It's from what?
Is it from X? Twitter?
It's from Reddit.
I don't want anyone in the comments flagging us off for circulating baseless conspiracy theories. Is there any more Doctor Who news?
They've released a new mobile app, or they're about to, or something. There's going to be like a new Doctor Who mobile app, or it's a unit. It's something to do with the unit.
Yeah, boy. That's what we wanted. Yes, come on, get in.
But well, you know, maybe that is the future of the show. Maybe there won't be series. Maybe it's all going to be mobile app.
What's this app? What is
I
it?
can't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure if you put in on Google Doctor Who mobile app or new something, it might be Unit.
Right. If this isn't real, Jerome, if this is made up and it's hot off the heels of Dan just making up that Reddit theory, we're the worst Doctor Who podcast in the land.
We've got nothing to run with.
I will find it. I will find it.
Though I will say in the meantime, and I'm gonna it's the one and only opportunity I'm gonna bring this podcast back to Who. Last night Mastermind was on in the background of my house, and one of the specialist subjects was regarding the 13th Doctor.
Ooh.
So I wondered, because I've got the questions up here, which one of you two can be the ultimate mastermind, brackets,
Oh my god.
of 13th Who. I like to call it Who Doesn't Know Jack? Brackets, not Harkness, but the 13th Doctor on Mastermind. It rolls off the tongue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the questions up at you. It's going to be fastest finger first.
Do we have to virtually raise our hands?
Virtually raise your hands, yeah. Oh, Michael Priestley has raised a hand and he's taking his top off. So, Jerome, just to check, can you raise your hand? He's raised his hand. Okay. So, yeah, fastest finger first. This is going to be based on the 13th Doctor from 2017 to 2022.
What happens if we get it wrong?
If you get it wrong,
Do we have to raise? I don't know.
Does it throw to the other person?
it throws to the person. Let's do that.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be a very quick game. All right, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, question number 1. In the episode The Woman Who Fell to Earth, what does the nurse, Grace O'Brien, warn her grandson not to throw off the hill, shouting, "Don't you dare"? It's Jerome.
Bicycle.
A bicycle?
Oh, I think that's right, isn't it? That's correct.
It's absolutely correct. 1-0 Jerome. Well done. All right, question number 2.
This was on Mastermind.
This is on Mastermind last night.
So you're telling me I'd have scored a point on Mastermind?
You scored a point on Mastermind. Question number 2. In the Ghost Monument, is it Epso and Angstrom are rival competitors in a race around the planet called Desolation, called the Rally of the 12 what? Take a punt. Jerome.
Dunes.
Dunes. It was wrong, Mark. I'm going to pass over to you. Would you like the question again?
Yes, please.
Okay. In the Ghost Monument, Epso and Angstrom are rival competitors in a race around a planet called Desolation, called the Rally of the 12 what?
Monuments?
No, the correct answer was Galaxies.
I actually quite enjoyed that episode.
Clearly. Question number 3. Which episode takes its title from the name of a galactic company that delivers affairs to the Doctor on the TARDIS? Michael Priestley.
Kaping?
Similar vein, but it's wrong. It's going to go over to Jerome.
You read the question one more time, sorry.
I can indeed. So, question number 3.
Put your hand down, Mike.
Which episode takes its title from the name of a galactic company that delivers affairs to the Doctor on the type Mike, you're disqualified. You are so disqualified. Forgive me, tinnitus, you dick. Oh, hang on. Did you hear any of that, Jerome?
No, sorry.
Okay, it's all right. Okay, so question number 3. Which episode takes its title from the name of a galactic company that delivers affairs to the Doctor on the TARDIS?
I think this is wrong because I think I'm going off a Peter Capaldi episode. But given Mike's answer as well, I'm going to say Kablam.
It's absolutely correct. Well done, Jerome. 2-0.
That's not a Peter Capaldi episode. That is the.
That is it.
Yeah, that is
it.
All right. So Jerome is on 2. Mike is on none. Question number 4. In the episode, the Saranga Conundrum, the alien Yos gives his newborn son what name, supposedly after a hero of ancient Earth? Michael Priestley.
Is it Arthur?
It's not Arthur. Jerome, it goes over to you.
This is the episode with the pating, isn't it? Is it? I can't remember.
Dan's not going to know that.
I don't know why you're asking me.
What's the name of the episode? What's the name of the episode again?
So I'll read it again. In the episode called the Saranga Conundrum, the alien Yos gives his newborn son what name, supposedly after a hero of ancient Earth?
I don't know. But because I think it might be that episode. I should go say the pating because I hate it.
The thing is incorrect. The correct answer is avocado pear. Mike's shaking his head in just disappointment in himself. I knew
Is
the pating episode the Sanandra Conundrum?
Yeah, I think it is.
Hang on. Yeah. Just let me have a quick look. God, Yeah, it is.
Fond memories.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Fun fact about the thing. Sorry, Dan, to cut you off for a second. Finally, the series that series of Doctor Who, if you remember right, was like they pumped a lot more money into it. So like suddenly Who had a massive facelift, and the pating is a good example of that, because Jerome hates the pating, but actually how it was realized on screen was like, oh, like the effects look really good. So there you
go. Okay.
So I thought you said fun facts.
So as we were, Jerome 2, Michael on 0. Question number 6.
5?
5?
I think it's 5.
What a host.
What's the name of the holiday resort on the planet Orphan 55, visited by the Doctor and her companions? After Grain wins them a stay there by collecting coupons from the banned Hozzy Herald delivered by the TARDIS copy machine.
The name of the holiday complex.
Doesn't look like your hand's got it.
Yours isn't virtual.
Mike.
Pontins.
It is not Pontins. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go over to Jeromeo. Jerome.
Palm Robot Springs.
So close. It was Tranquility Spa.
Of course it was, yes.
Now that you've actually said that, I do.
I'd remember it, yeah.
Yeah. It's obvious when you say it. In the episode Survivors of the Flux, a prophesizing hermit tells the Doctor's companion, Dan Lewis, to fetch your what?
Mike, you got to get this right.
Mike.
Dog.
Absolutely right. Well done. 2-1. Mike is on the bounce. Let's see if he can follow through. Not like that. What is the 3-word title of the travel vlog co-hosted by the backpackers Gabriella and Jamila in the episode Praxius? I want to hazard a guess. It's Mike.
Jet 2 Holidays.
Jet 2 Holidays. No, it's not. Jerome, it's over to you.
Blue Man Group.
Blue Man Group. No, it was, of course, Two Girls Roaming.
Is that like related to like Two Girls, One Cup or something?
That sounded like where it was.
Exactly what they're going for.
That's 4 words. Come on.
Next question. In The Haunting of Villa Diodati, during a brief discussion about the rules of interacting with history, the Doctor and her friends come to an agreement that they're not allowed to kiss which historical figure? It's Mike.
Is it Mary Shelley?
It is not Mary Shelley, I'm afraid. Jerome, it's over to you.
Can I just check? Is this the episode with Mary Shelley? Has there ever been an episode with Mary? Or have I just exposed myself as an idiot?
You did that a long time ago.
There is an episode. I remember this episode. This is the episode with the weird lone Cyberman. They meet him for the first time.
Yeah, and don't they meet Mary Shelley in it? Or am I?
No, I think they mentioned someone else. I'm gonna say I think it is an iconic woman. I think it's Florence Nightingale.
Final answer?
Yeah.
The correct answer is Lord Byron.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Was he married to Shelley? No, can't remember. Oh no, Percy Shelley. But oh no, that's Frankenstein. Oh, fuck it, whatever.
When the Doctor finally meets the businessman Joseph Williamson in the episode The Vanquishers, she greets him with what alliterative nickname?
Say that again, please.
I can indeed. When the Doctor finally meets the businessman Joseph Williamson in the episode The Vanquishers, she greets him with what alliterative nickname? It's Jerome.
As much as I want to say Wanky Wilkinson, I think it could be is it I think it might be like Jumpy Joe or something like that. I can't remember.
Jumpy Joe, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's not. It's going to go over to Mike. What do you think it is, bud?
Jiggy Joe.
Cheeky Joe. Unfortunately, the correct answer was Mad Mole. Mad Mole. Obviously. God, you call yourselves Doctor Who podcasters? You shit. The next question. Let's see what happens
Can
with
I
this.
just
I've
say
got
something?
my votes.
I couldn't hear you properly. And when I said,
Oh, that's such a cop out.
no, hold on, no. I just want to clarify this to viewers.
All right, yeah. Yeah, go on.
Right. I said jiggy, as in like, let's get jiggy, Joel. But the way that you said it back to me made it sound like you said cheeky Joe, which kind of would expose that I don't know what alliteration means. I do. I want you to know I said jiggy Joe, okay? Not cheeky Joe. Did you think I said cheeky Joe or jiggy Joe?
I thought you said cheeky. I thought it was a mix of both.
I thought it was a mix of the two. Yeah.
That's your answer. Fair enough.
Do you know what? Crucially, it doesn't matter. You were still wrong. The next question. Let's see what happens next. In the episode The Timeless Children, what's the name of the Sheboggin explorer who was named as being the first Gallifreyan to develop space travel? It's Jerome.
Tectorine?
It's absolutely correct. Well done. We are 2 apiece as we come
No, we
towards.
are. Whoa. We are not 2 apiece.
Here we are. Oh, no,
No, we
wait.
are. I was already on 2.
Oh,
It is
3-1.
3-1.
Oh, right. Oh, dear. Let's see if we can pull one back at least. In the 2022 Easter special, Legend of the Sea Devils, the Doctor realizes that the TARDIS has materialized in a Chinese coastal village in the wrong time by being off target by how many centuries? Jerome?
Just want to say it's a horrible episode. Also,
Yeah, awful episode, actually. We should watch that.
also, how many centuries?
Sorry, this isn't thinking time. Your hands up.
Sorry, that's because I just wanted to quote the episode. 4.
4.
4.
Mike, out of interest, what would you said?
On this one, do we get the point if we're closer?
You can, yeah.
Oh, what a dickhead. What a dickhead.
I'm going to say...
Boo.
I'm going to say 5.
Well, it gives me great pleasure to say the point goes to Jerome. It was bang on 4.
This is fucking stupid.
I think you'll find it's 4.
Oh, can I get a point if we get closer?
Can I just say... Right. Hold on. I will say this, though, just to discredit the whole thing. Last time Dan led a Doctor Who quiz, he told us that he made it up with AI, and then I checked all of the answers when I was editing it, and they were all wrong. The questions were wrong, sorry.
Can I just offer my proof? Here is... Oh, she's been censored. That is... Why has it been censored?
Who is that?
That is...
Do we have the
Mastermind.
permissions?
No, that's why I blurred her. I can't remember her name.
Did she do well?
Mike, this is
she got
some
10.
AI knockoff. This is MASTERmind.
She got 10 out of 12 questions correct.
Nerd.
I can't wait for that whole section to be a short. Anyway.
What's that in the distance? The old snippy snip of the edit?
Yeah, I'm actually just going to cut out any of the questions that Jerome got right and just leave in the one that I...
I always think it's like that bit in Taskmaster where it goes, thank you for watching Who Doesn't Have a Podcast? The podcast full of Doctor Who news and current affairs. Do you want me to carry on? Or
Oh, yeah. Let's wrap this up.
This horse is long dead. It's been flogged many a time.
We didn't even have a horse.
Is there a way that I can win this?
We can go to a tie break if you want. Oh, in fact, yeah, let's do. Okay.
No, hold on. No, are there any questions like could I win this on my current point?
As it stands, no. But I'm going to throw a tie break.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Who Doesn't Have a Podcast.
Wait. Okay.
What kind of man needs a tie break to win a quiz?
I'll tell you what.
Next thing we'll be doing is writing down the entrance to his, podcasts on a menu.
Tell you what, tiebreaker decides it. Prison rules.
Okay.
Go on, then.
What are you do you not
Get
have
the
it?
number up. Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, punching it into AI, I imagine.
Closest. Fuck off. Closest answer wins. As
The whole
of
thing.
As of the series, the whole thing. Why not? As of the series finale of Shooting Out with second season of Doctor Who, I'll give you to the nearest 10. How many episodes of Doctor Who have there been?
Can we just to put clarity on this? This is all of the Doctors, so like every TV series, or
So I'll specify a bit more. So including the classic series and the revived series from 2005, to the nearest 10. How many episodes of Doctor Who have aired?
and this is just TV, so not like anything audio. Or okay.
Just TV. Closest answer wins. Considering, Mike, put your phone down. I
I'm
swear
not
to
googling
God.
it. I'm getting my calculator out because I can't. I
Put
can't
your
do-
hands up.
I can't
Put your
do
hands up.
arithmetic.
Virtual
Hands
hands
up,
up.
Michael.
I can't do
Virtual hands up.
I can't do mental arithmetic. How
He's
many
using a
episodes?
Right, Mike, as you are on the back foot, I'm going to let you go first. The nearest 10, how many episodes of Doctor Who have aired? I'm going to have some tension.
Is it 160? Am I way off?
Mike.
I can't
Go on.
get this right.
I can't even I can't. And classic Who.
And classic Who? I thought you meant just.
That's
like
what I
the
said. I said,
No, he's
like the
like, I
classic
can't
series,
because
not right.
otherwise I'll
I'm
just
going
say
to clarify
one
this.
number
I'm
above
going to
him.
clarify this
Sorry.
until I'm blue in the face.
two.
Okay.
Sorry, Dan, I wasn't listening.
No shit. So, how many
Classic Who?
episodes? So, from the classic series, that's 1963 to 1989, and the revived series from 2005 to present, to the nearest 10. I'll let Jerome go first because he's going to take this more seriously than
I
Mike
don't-
will.
No,
don't-
yeah,
I
Jerome
want-
gets to go first.
I want to ask a quick question. With classic Who,
Yep.
is it does an episode mean one kind of story arc, or does it contain all of the mini serials within it? So for example, there's like 6 serials to like a story arc in a lot of the old Who. Are you talking about all of the serials, which are about 25 minutes each, or are you talking about one arc? He's no idea what I'm talking about.
What the hell are you talking about?
Didn't you just say that this was a 13th Doctor quiz? So where's this final question?
No, we'd run out of questions because they'd run out of time on Mastermind. That's all we had. I'm going to say one last time.
Okay, I'm gonna say you probably mean serials, separate serials.
How many episodes of Doctor Who have aired from the classic series in 1963 that Jerome watched when he was 6, all the way up to the revived series? He's watched it right to the present, now he's 80. How many episodes of Doctor Who have aired from the start? The nearest 10. Jerome, you've watched pretty much all of these, so you must have a good idea.
It just depends on if you mean serials or. But anyway, I'm
I
gonna
don't know
go.
what you mean. It's just an episode.
Don't worry.
that
We'll
It's
we'll
not
cross
a
that.
trick
We'll cross
question.
that bridge. I'm gonna say. New Who.
Oh, I should say as well, also includes specials.
Yeah.
What about special serials? Where you get like
Okay.
a little.
I'm gonna say. About 1,300.
1,300. Okay, you're locking that in?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, how many episodes of Doctor Who have aired?
$1,310.
Okay. One of you is close.
How could we not both be close?
One of you is close. The correct answer. Drum roll, please.
We're doing it. It's just Google Meet doesn't really pick it up.
It's such a cop-out.
That was a thigh drum.
That was something that you can't show on camera. I know they've banned the sites, but come on, Mike, pick your moment. The correct answer is, and winning tonight's Doctor Who quiz is Jerome. Congratulations. The correct answer is 892 episodes.
Well, hot damn.
That's a lot less than I thought.
But I think it's probably
You're going to be banging on about these serials again.
Serials,
Me.
Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much to our fellow podcasters, AI Hook to Do, and Michael. We'll catch you next time for whatever we mention on Doctor Who. Whatever that might be, whatever that might be. It's time and space. It's relevant in some respects. Until the next time, thank you very much. Follow us on our socials at Hooders and Pod, and we'll catch you very soon for the next episode. What will be the next one? Watch The Timeless Child?
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a fun idea.
Let's do that one. We'll see for our review of The Timeless Child.
You've arrived at Planet. Who doesn't have a podcast?